And so the financial portrait is a compilation of data and documents and your budget that helps you know what you have. It helps you know what you will be dividing, and it helps you know what you can generally anticipate post-divorce if you decide to go down that path. And with that in hand, and we could talk about that document, it usually ranges between 30 and 50 pages. It's very comprehensive. Your divorce professionals would love you if you walk into their office with this. But that's generally what it is. And then we'll move along through that because I really could talk an entire hour about all the components of the MDS financial portrait.
Yeah, I won't let her do that to you right now.
I think it's for those of us who literally have, if you're not a finance person, you have no idea, I mean, I myself was already making my own money when I got divorced, but that doesn't mean I was managing it well or knew if I had enough to survive. So I'm so happy we're having this conversation because oftentimes I hear, my marriage is so bad, but even if I wanted to leave, I couldn't afford to. And that's where I think a lot of people, like you said, Karen, get stuck. And that stuck is what we don't want for women, right? Like if they feel that they need to leave this marriage, they should know that there are options. But like, what do we need to know?
It's always interesting before we go into the top 5 or top 3. It's always interesting when we have someone come and ask us questions. I'm staying here for 20 years because I never saved in my IRA. My husband saved in his pension, but I just raised the kids and I stayed home and he didn't put any money into my pension, or vice versa. It could go either way, of course. Or I inherited money and I'll just die if my spouse gets that money. I'm not leaving because I'm not giving him my mom's money. She would roll over in her grave. And then when you go through your financial portrait and you realize that maybe that inheritance was never commingled and it's a separate asset and your spouse would not get it. Or you realize that that pension, although it's in your spouse's name, or that 401k is in your spouse's name and your name is not on it, that's a marital asset if it was acquired during your marriage. So to see the look on women's faces in particular, and I hate to single out women because it's men as well, but to see the look on someone's face when you tell them this is a marital asset and you can walk away with a percentage of that, 50% or another, depending on what state you're in, a portion of that, that's your asset as well. They're like, shit, I stayed this long and I could have left. That's my money too. They get that realization.
Yeah.